How in the name of anything does a woman in this country end up at 74 years old this shattered? Why were all the No Kings protests a bunch of senior citizen Democrats?
I'm just so scared. I'm 74 years old.
The path she chose. It's very common to look at young communists and think to yourselves, that's the most insane person on the planet. Look at this 20-year-old girl with her purple hair and a bunch of rings in her face. She clearly is the most mentally ill person in this country. In fact, we can't even save her. Let me tell you something you may not realize. She absolutely can be saved. Why? She's still developing. Her mind is still developing. She's still figuring out who she is and what she believes. She has just now only started down the path of communism. She is just now beginning her journey on this path that will lead her to endless misery. And if we get her off of that path, changing her direction now, she can 100% be saved. But if you are 65, 74 years old, and for decades you've consumed American media, you watch NBC every night, you're reading the New York Times, you watch CNN, consuming endless amounts of poison, because that's exactly what it is. It's not biased. It doesn't lean left. It is dishonest, vile, communist poison. If you spent 74 years walking down that path, you don't end up with quilts and grandkids and oatmeal raisin cookies. You end up some deranged nutcase crying on television because Donald Trump deported some illegals. You are unsavable because you are so far down the path, your mind is gone. Completely gone. We look at the young freak with purple hair and we say, that's the craziest person. I would argue the 74-year-old Democrat who's watched CNN for 6 decades has a level of mental illness that has been rarely achieved in the history of the planet. Shattered in every possible way. Why were the only people who showed up at the protest 65 plus? Because those are the only ones still watching NBC every single night.